let's solve the problem here. We have 2.5 million plus 7.25. So the first thing we need to do is to write out 2.5 million in standard form. That is, write it out in numbers. So let's arrange that. 2.5 million is equal to 2, 500, followed by 3 zeros. That is 2, 500, 0, 0, 0. That is what we mean by 2.5 million. How did we get this? 2 million here, that is 2 million, is equal to 2 followed by 6 zeros. That is 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then 0.5 million, that is 0.5 million, is equal to 500,000. So what we need to do is to add the two figures together, and this is what we are going to get. So that is how we arrived at the answer to 2,500,000. Now, let's add 7.25 to it. The first thing you need to understand is that 7 is whole number, just like 2.5 million. Then 5 and 2, they are decimals. So for us to have a very good calculation, we need to provide decimal point for 2.5 million. And when we do that, this is how it will look like. You see, 2.2,500,000. The point is the decimal number, the decimal point that we provided, while the 0 is the decimal number we provided. Just for us to be able to have a decent calculation with the decimal numbers we have here. So the next thing is to arrange 7.25 under the figure we have at the top here. So 7, which is whole number, will be under units here. And we place our decimal point. I will advise that we should first place our decimal point here before we place 7. So when you place your decimal point, you should know that 7 is the unit. You place it under units. Then 2 will be placed under tenth. And 5, it's hundredth. You place under the hundredth value. Then when you add them together, that is what we are going to get. That is 2,500,000 and 7.25. Or you can say 2,500,000 7.25 hundredths. So that is the answer. Now, this is a genuine question that raised up from the exercise we just did now. How 0.5 million becomes 500,000? Very, very simple. What we need to do is that you need to multiply 1 million by taking away decimal points of 0.5. This is how it would look like. 0.5 times 10 raised to power 6. 10 raised to power 6 is a million. So you write it at the top here. Then 0.5 here. Remember, I said you should take away the decimal points. So what you have is 0.5. And 0 is insignificant. So you just put your 5 here. Then you multiply. When you multiply, that is 5 times 0, 0, 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 5 times 1, 5. You are going to get this. That is 5 million. Then the next step is to replace the decimal points back to the right side of the initial answer. The decimal point here that you took away when you want to multiply 5 by a million need to be brought back here. You need to bring it back here. And when you bring it back, this is how it will look like. You can see 5 million points. That the decimal points you took away from here, you brought it back here after your calculation. Then you will now need to move the decimal points one place to left side and cancel the 1 0. These decimal points, because when we have 0.5 here, the 5 is just a number behind decimal points. So that is the reason when you place your decimal points at the right hand side of your answer, you need to move one place because we have one figure behind decimal point. So we need to move from one place to the left hand side, then you place your decimal point here. When you do that, this is how it would look like. You can see the decimal point was here before and we place it here. Then we cancel this 0. So this 0 is not significant again. You don't need it. So then the final step is to regroup figures in threes. There you are going to have your answer. That's how we get 500,000 as a result of 0.5 million. So I hope that is clear. Now I will give you these two exercises. I know you will get it. Number 1, 3.8 million plus 22.45. That is number 1. Then number 2, 6.25 million plus 9.25. If you follow the process I just explained to you here, I'm very, very sure you are going to get your answer right. Thank you. God bless.